Hello everybody, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with, this is a rather interesting find. It is the $5 Arcee figure. I picked her up at Five Below. This is what I think people are affectionately nicknaming the pharmacy toys. Basically, like, these are real official Hasbro products, but they're made like, they're like super low budget, like the lowest budgeted figures that they can have, so that they can be sold much more cheaply. Yeah, that's the only real way I could think to say it. And oftentimes these figures are actually pretty terrible. Like, they're one step off from those dollar store knockoff Transformers that you'll find, because at the very least these things are actually like engineered to be this way. They're not taking a more complex figure and then like lowering the parts counts and removing articulation, like when they do the Cyber Jets, but without the flip to make their legs sit naturally in plane mode, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, the back of the box is very simple. Apparently it transforms in only 6 steps, but you get her G1 accurate car mode, and her robot mode, amazingly enough, does not seem to have a gigantic backpack, which is kind of what attracted me to this figure, because holy crap, they figured out how to make an Arcee at the lowest budgeted price point ever for this character, and they did it without making her a massive shell former. This I gotta see. I kind of love that that's not actually a picture of Arcee on the box art, it's a picture of Arcee's action figure. Like, well, the CAD files for her action figure, I should say. Like literally, it's this action figure, just, like, serious. Although, I will note that the picture has a nice, lively pink face, and the real toy just had that ghostly white face. Yeah, that's really going to be the only cameo you see of that figure, because we all know that I and everybody else hates it. Okay, so let's get in there. It's just a simple bubble. There's nothing special about this. No saving the environment without resorting to plastic packaging here. We just pull out her plastic tray. All right. So we have her instruction sheet. Very, very simple little thing. Not a big sheet at all. And then we have the figure itself, and there's an accessory in here, her gun. Woo. Okay, so holding her in my hand, she does have a little bit of mass to her, so it's not like she's made out of like non-existent thing. Like, oh, we got panels here. Feels like armor plates. Let's see, we have that's really not an articulation point, that's more of a transformation hinge, but there's a ball joint there that gives her arm decent-ish range, not super big. She can't quite T-pose, and it pops out, but it pops right back in. Elbow has another ball joint here, but then is that a hinge? Yes. So she has a bicep swivel and a hinge, and oh, that does not look natural sometimes. Yeah, like with the sideways elbow, like, I don't know what I'm looking at here. That kind of looks natural, but, you know, like, when you consider this is supposed to be her elbow, like, her forearm is super tiny. So the proportions, depending on where you consider her elbow to start, her proportions can look a little bit off, but, you know, she has an elbow bend with a bicep swivel because of it. Nothing in the waist. And she has, whoa, a surprising range in them ball-jointed hips. Look at that. And looks like there's her knees, does she? What the heck? I think her knees are designed to, they're not designed to articulate like knees do. Yeah, like if you want them to bend like knees, you gotta rotate them, but then her foot's not forward anymore. Yeah, like this is her foot, but in order to make her knee bend, you gotta twist it in like this. But then that would be what it looks like. Maybe you can do that? No, you can't really do that. Yeah, that's... Yeah, so her knees are just transformation joints. They're not real knees. So that's something you have to concern yourself with. But yeah, like, you gotta figure she can stand. She looks halfway decent. Oh, her head does swivel. It's a really tight swivel. But yeah, that's... wow. All things considered, this is not really that great an Arcee figure, but for $5, not bad. And I'm still appreciating the fact that she does not have some gigantic backpack kibble. Like, say what you will, she is a self-contained figure, and her car parts make up her body. Like, her arms are made out of the front fender, the rear fender. Her legs are made out of the front fenders. Her backpack is just the hood of the car, folded up nice and neatly on there. Like, she isn't some gigantic kibble-tastic Barbie doll carrying an enormous backpack. That makes her, in terms of turning car parts into Arcee parts, this is actually probably one of the best since the animated one. All right, so let's see if I can transform her here, because this is supposed to be a simple transformation. Okay, backpack opens up. Look at that. Yeah, let's finish transforming this before I go into anything. Looks like the arms, what's this I'm seeing in the picture? You tuck the arms in? Hold on a second, let me read the instructions a little. Okay, according to the instructions, her arms should be folded up that way. So tuck and fold like that. Then you bring this, you rotate this around so that that can peg right there. There we go. Huh. I didn't really go in with a satisfying snap. It just kind of rests there. But yeah, it seems to hold in with just the friction of the joints well enough. These big hollow spoons that make up her shins, you just kind of rotate them around like this, I'm seeing. Then they rotate around this way. Oh, you know what? The way that this folds up is actually, again, really similar to the way her legs fold up for animated Arcee. Like, it's like if you took animated Arcee's transformation scheme and tried to make it work with a parts count of 3. But wait. Oh, sliding joints. Yes, these stems slide into her body slightly. Wow, that does not feel good. They do not feel like they slide very well. Like, it's very tight. Gotta use significant force to slide them in. Okay, and then I'm guessing these parts go in to make a side panel. Nothing here feels like it's pegging in. Like, all these joints just kind of rest on each other. They're not actually solidly pegging. Hold on a second. You saw that's basically what it's supposed to do, but let me see if there's anything I'm doing wrong here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I was doing everything right. It's just that making all these panels play nice involves making sure that those two things are pushed in all the way. If they're not all the way in, or if they're slightly out of alignment, then the hood won't want to stay on the windshield. And I gotta say, like, proportionately speaking, this is probably the best Arcee's G1 car has ever looked. Some little $5 toy that you get at Five Below looks better in car mode than her official actual deluxe. And there's even storage space for her gun, and this is supposed to be like the antenna that, you know, the car normally has. Holy crap, that's actually good weapon storage. I mean, like, the panel, lining up the panels is a really sucky nightmare to do, and it doesn't peg in place very strongly, but holy crap, once you actually do it, like, I cannot believe how good a representation of Arcee's G1 car this actually is. These gray panels on the side are a little bit weird, but given where they are, they easily could have made these two things pink, and then her car would have had the perfect profile. I don't know why they didn't make these two panels pink, because there's no reason they couldn't have, aside from the fact that maybe they ran out of space on the sprue. And, like, I'm kind of flabbergasted and dumbfounded. I never really liked Arcee's G1 car because it looked really weirdly proportioned. In fact, you know what? I got the other Arcee there. Give me a moment to transform her. Yeah, so this is what I mean. Like, look. Little tiny seats, gigantic side panels so that a person would have to, like, climb over and crawl over in order to get in. A little tiny interior for all this car, meaning that this is the biggest waste of space of a vehicle ever. Meanwhile, this thing, it has curves. It has seats that actually look like they're... if a person was sitting in these seats, they would look like a regular sized person in a car, and not like they're sitting inside of a gigantic boat. Like, this car mode looks so much better. And yeah, I couldn't remember how she's supposed to fold her arms and legs to fit inside of this thing. But, you know, even though she's down there, like, you know, everything fits. This is a really nice version of Arcee's G1 car. And I don't know how many times I can reiterate it. This is the best Arcee's G1 car has ever looked, and it's from a freaking $5 cheapo figure. Like, I honestly cannot get past this. You guys, this is insane. This is not something that I'm used to. Like, I was expecting to just rip into and roast this thing. Like, the best feature of it would be that it doesn't have a huge backpack in robot mode. But I was not expecting the best version of a G1 accurate Arcee car from this toy. But there it goes. This is probably the best Arcee to display in vehicle mode. Nothing particularly special or even good about her robot mode, but for crap's sake, that's the best her vehicle has ever looked. And you know, I kind of realized I forgot to see how the gun fits in the hand. Yeah, the gun fits in the hand quite well. Hurrah. So yeah, she can actually hold her gun pretty well. So there's that. Yeah, but now that I know that I have the best version of Arcee's G1 car, I'm probably going to leave it in vehicle mode. Like, this has become my default G1 Arcee car display. Like, seriously, folks, if you ever wanted a really good looking version of Arcee's G1 car, then this is it. This is the best you're going to be able to get right now. And honestly, wow. That's that my mind is blown. You're listening to the words of a man with a blown mind. So there we go. Arcee, her best car mode ever. That's Wake Angel 2001 signing off.